name is TEAGAN.
And my name is Anna.
And welcome to our 6th annual Honoring Our Students Indigenous Studies Student Union Powwow. We've got a big lineup of head dancers and community missions today, so Miigwech for joining us today.
We understand that we are virtual again this year, but we ask that you respect all the protocols that were just announced. These protocols are important and place a significance on the cultural identity for Indigenous peoples. I will now pass this along to Alan Jamieson, who's here to talk about the importance of the wampum belt. Miigwech, Alan.
Saga Kwandibenz, Alan Jamieson, Nichole. I have here the dish belt. I'm not an expert because when in the early 90s I got to listen to Jake Thomas speak at the Onondaga Longhouse, and he was going on for hours about the different wampum belts. But I did uncover some information. Some people call this, in the two languages of Mohawk and Seneca, they will call it, they refer to the spoon. But I think the older variation was the dish. Because later in the 1700s and 1690 and the 1700s, they start to refer to it as a kettle, which we didn't have the metal. We only had copper here in the Great Lakes. We didn't have that kind of metal. So I like to call it the dish belt, but people will call it the dish with one spoon. Originally with the Peacemaker, when the Peacemaker came and united the Haudenosaunee, they were all to eat they were all to share the food of the delicacy of the beaver tail. And this was to unite all of Turtle Island, and there's different brotherhoods between 19 different nations were part of this brotherhood. And also the Anishinaabe and the Lakota had part of this peace. This was to share the resources and share the land so we wouldn't make war with one another, so we would live in peace. And that was what it was about. And there are some people, historians, that would say if Christopher Columbus came here 200 years later, they would have never been able to take our land because we would have had such a unified force, unified people. So really this is, this wampum is to stop bloodshed, to have peace between the different Native nations. And also our own kind of universal law of not being greedy, taking too much of our resources that we have to share in common, which is our water, our air, and the forests. So this goes back to when they were hunting beaver, and unfortunately, some of these things that we've seen with the bloodshed was because of greed. And we're all guilty of that to a certain extent. But we do have these things in place, which is basically like a roadmap of our ancestors to teach us how to try to be kind to one another, try not to have bloodshed, and try to share and just take what we need, not to take more. And this extends to the Great Peace, which is Scano. The Scano. It extends not only to humans, but it extends to the four-legged, to the two-legged, and to all people. So this belt. Originally, the purple would have meant all of Turtle Island, but later it becomes part of the Great Lakes and the Great Lake Native people, the Anishinaabe, the Ongwehoweh, and again, it kept spreading and spreading. So it's basically a belt to promote peace and travel when we travel. So there was a Anishinaabe chief that had a original belt, and there is an original belt at the Royal Museum, as far as I know. And they would either carry these belts or they would tie them onto their canoe, or if you didn't have the belt, you would paint it onto your canoe. So when the different nations would see that they had the dish belt, or the dish with one spoon, they would understand that they are able to travel in peace without being harmed. So that's what. So the belt itself, and you'll hear them talk about not bringing in any weapons, and that's the same as when we had the Great Peace to bury our weapons. Not to bring anything sharp, meaning that if you're traveling in the forest, that there will not be bloodshed between the brothers and everyone. Not just brothers, sisters, mothers, aunts, grandmothers, and everybody else. So that's what this belt is about. And they will call it the dish with one spoon, or I call it the dish belt. The spoon may have came in later. I think they're still trying to figure that out. But basically, as far as the wilderness and as far as the trees, as far as the earth, that was our native way to take care of our earth. And that's what we're trying to promote and teach people also. So with that, I'd like to say thank you. And we say Nyawa or Miigwech. It's Anishinaabe, Miigwech. And we say Nyawa. And we thank you.
Miigwech Allen for those words and those teachings. I'd also like to pass along a huge Miigwech to our drummers today, young tribe singers. Thank you for the beautiful songs.
Our first head dancer is Nichole Leveck. Nichole is Circling Hawk Woman of the Eagle Clan. She was born in Scarborough and raised by her Wendat grandmother, Catherine Martle, whose family originates from the Ottawa Valley. Today, Nichole will be dancing the Jingle Dress Dance. Miigwech Nichole.
Miigwech to our first lineup of dancers. Up next, we have another head dancer, Saga. Saga Kwandibenz is a member of Lund clan. She is from both White Sand and Constant Lake First Nations. She feels it's important to acknowledge both of her communities as they're from where her parents are from. Saga is both a jingle dress dancer as well as a fancy shawl dancer. Today, she is dancing in her fancy shawl regalia. Thank you, Saga.
To our second lineup of head dancers. We will now have some amazing community submissions. Chimigwech.
Miigwech to all of our beautiful dancers. We are so honored to have you here today. Next up, we have more community submissions. Thank you.
At this time, we'd like to thank and acknowledge all of the wonderful dancers and community submissions. We'd also like to say thank you to all of the knowledge holders, KPE staff, University of Toronto staff, and ISSU members. A huge chimigwech to you all. We couldn't have done this without your support. We truly hope that you enjoyed this year's virtual powwow. Chimigwech and take care.